In this sequence, a Russian soldier under observation by a Ukrainian FPV drone appears unaware of the aircraft overhead. He remains seated, speaking with his comrades and showing no visible reaction to the drone's presence. Ukraine's Magwarsbird's drone unit tracked a lone Russian serviceman moving through a snow-covered area toward a large, roofless warehouse. Carrying his rifle, the serviceman climbed through a window and entered the abandoned structure. Unaware that a Ukrainian drone was monitoring his movements from above. The drone operator carefully maneuvered to maintain a clear view inside the building, observing the serviceman's position and actions. Moments later, as the drone approached, the serviceman attempted to respond, but the effort had no effect. The drone continued its approach and carried out a precise operation inside the warehouse, concluding the encounter. The following situation unfolds on a dirt road near an area of intense fighting. A Ukrainian reconnaissance drone observes 3 Russian soldiers gathered near a small forward position. One soldier appears to have come from a nearby base to meet 2 others who have just arrived after a long movement. The 2 newcomers look exhausted, breathing heavily as they exchange brief greetings and reassess their positions. For several moments, the group remains focused on their discussion, unaware they are being observed from above. As the soldiers begin to separate and prepare to move on, a Ukrainian drone is already approaching the location. When the sound of the engine becomes audible, they finally notice and attempt to react. One soldier raises his weapon, but it is too late. The drone closes the distance rapidly, completing the operation under sustained aerial observation before the group can disperse or reach cover. As the drone approached, a Russian soldier attempted various improvised actions in an effort to interfere with its flight path. Without specialized equipment, he threw nearby debris and other objects toward the aircraft, trying to alter its approach. When that proved ineffective, he began moving unpredictably, attempting to evade observation. At one point, he raised a sapper shovel, seemingly as a final attempt to shield himself. For a brief moment, he appeared to believe the effort might succeed. However, the drone maintained its course, and the situation concluded within seconds. The following situation unfolds in a thin, leafless forest in the Lyman direction. A Ukrainian drone patrols low along a row of bare trees when it detects a Russian soldier lying across a fallen trunk. At first, he appears unaware of the aircraft overhead. As the drone reduces altitude and closes the distance, the soldier suddenly raises his head. Startled by the growing sound and realizing he has been detected, he quickly shifts position and presses himself against the base of a nearby tree, attempting to reduce his visibility. The effort provides little protection. Within moments, the drone adjusts its line and continues the monitored operation. In the Kyiv region, a Ukrainian drone speeds down a dirt road toward a Russian supply truck in the middle of unloading cargo. As the aircraft closes in, soldiers on and around the vehicle suddenly recognize the situation and disperse in different directions. The drone advances within seconds, continuing its monitored operation before the group can reorganize. Inside forest belts and within partially destroyed buildings used as temporary shelters and supply points, the footage illustrates how quickly infantry movement becomes visible from above. Once detected, soldiers attempt to reposition, but limited countermeasures leave few reliable options for avoidance. Even in wooded terrain, drone operators maintain precise control, navigating around obstacles while tracking individual positions. The video highlights the tactical risks faced by troops operating without layered air defense or coordinated protection under persistent aerial surveillance. Ukrainian drones identified movement by a group of Russian soldiers within a heavily damaged residential area marked by broken homes, shattered rooftops, and collapsed walls. The movement patterns were subtle but consistent. Shortly afterward, Ukrainian drone operators initiated a coordinated aerial operation. Multiple FPV drones were launched in rapid succession, each directed toward specific damaged structures assessed as potential shelter locations. The first drone flew low, scanning windows and openings before entering one of the structures. Impacts were then observed across the area, followed by smoke and debris rising from several points. Additional drones were redirected towards secondary locations, sustaining the broader operation. In some instances, initial impacts appeared to trigger secondary effects, likely caused by stored equipment or materials inside the buildings. Operators maintained aerial observation throughout, monitoring the developments at each site. The sequence reflects a coordinated, intelligence-based action focused on identified positions. The footage underscores how, in contemporary conflict environments, damaged urban structures no longer guarantee concealment when persistent aerial surveillance and precision drone capabilities are in use. This time, the soldier on top of the vehicle notices the drone, but before he can react, he comes under observation. The FPV drone had been positioned for an ambush. A Russian soldier on a motorcycle is then spotted, prompting the drone to move into action. Once again, Russian soldiers are observed in an exposed position, this time traveling across the front on an ATV. They become aware of the drone tracking them and attempt to dismount just as the aircraft approaches, but their reaction comes too late. This time, the operation focuses on two Russian soldiers spotted in an open field, leaving them fully exposed. The drone maneuvers to find the optimal angle for observation. The soldiers are seen attempting to fire at the drone multiple times, but their efforts do not affect its approach. This sequence highlights the critical moments faced on the front lines. With limited options and minimal protection, the soldiers are unable to evade observation despite repeated attempts. The pursuit continues until the soldiers show signs of exhaustion. Despite multiple opportunities to counter the drone, they are unable to do so, illustrating the challenges of responding to fast and precise aerial operations. In one captured moment, a Russian soldier throws his weapon toward an approaching Ukrainian drone in an apparent attempt to interfere with its flight path. The effort proves ineffective. The following footage compiles multiple recorded incidents from the past week, showing tense moments before Ukrainian drones continue their monitored operations involving Russian infantry. According to released material, Ukraine's 14th separate UAV unit, known as Magwar's Birds, conducted large-scale drone activity across the Donetsk region, deploying more than 100 drones within a single week to track movements of isolated Russian troops. The video illustrates how quickly individual movement becomes visible from above. Soldiers are seen moving alone, attempting to hide, camouflage themselves, reposition across open ground, or fire upward once a drone is detected. Despite these reactions, limited equipment and the absence of effective countermeasures leave few reliable options for avoidance. Even in dense forest terrain, drone operators maintain precise control, maneuvering around obstacles while keeping positions under continuous aerial observation. The footage highlights recurring tactical challenges on the modern battlefield, particularly the risks faced by infantry operating without layered air defense, electronic protection, or coordinated support under persistent surveillance. Observing this audacious situation, Signum fighters acted decisively against the Russian soldiers. For the opposing forces, each movement is no longer a simple choice but a critical risk. Wherever Ukrainian pilots operate, safe routes are virtually non-existent. take a look at the Russian soldiers observed by Ukrainian FPV drones on the front lines. They have very limited means to respond to these drone operations. The drones move so quickly that soldiers have little opportunity to react. In the footage, some soldiers attempt to aim at the drones with their rifles, but even at close range, they are unable to affect the aircraft. In many cases, soldiers are seen operating alone, and some even attempt to strike the drone with their rifles rather than using them effectively. This highlights the challenges in training and coordination among frontline personnel.